What's up, my queens? This is your girl, Queen 318 Red Educated Diva, House of Queens TV. And I would like to shout out Black T Blog. This is where I got my information from. So go ahead, go over to her channel and give her the proper etiquette that she deserves for dropping this knowledge to all our barbs. So yes, Black T Blog. This is where I got my information from. So before we get started, why are you over here and you ain't subscribed to my channel? Why are you over here? You ain't even like the channel. Hit that notification bell button, y'all. Because this is a queen's house over here. We are queens on this channel. This is the House of Queens TV. So you guys, we are family. We are all queens. Because this is the queen's house. So y'all see what it is? Y'all see exactly what it is. So, well, we have an update on Jennifer Hill. You know what? She hired a new lawyer. But as Black T Block explained it to you guys when I go ahead and show it, Tyrone is still on the case, but he's in a second chair. Yeah, she been noticing what we've been saying. Yeah, she noticed exactly what we've been saying about Mr. Tyrone Blackbird. So it goes like this. It doesn't matter how educated you are, because when you become a lawyer or a doctor, it take a lot of book work and footwork to build up the experience that you get becoming a doctor or a lawyer and other endeavors, other careers out here. But this new guy, Mr. Stephen Gordon, he used to work for Mr. Judd Bernstein. He didn't work for long, but he used to work over there. So do you see, is that a conflict of interest from what we're going to get the information on? Not really, but really. Miss Jennifer, this, oh, I'm finna say something. This lady, she know that she really don't have a case. So she trying to find any and everything to do and to gain. What does she need two lawyers for? And then my thing is, how is she getting all this money to pay for these lawyers? Who paying for this? You got now one lawyer, but now you got two, and then you got a lawyer that used to work for Mr. Judd Bernstein. Who paying for these lawyers, girl? And why did you hire another attorney to come work with you? Tyrone want enough? Yeah, you folding under pressure. Yeah, you folding under pressure, honey. The barbs is getting to you. Yeah, we getting to you, honey. We handing it all to you on a silver platter, baby. Because if the barbs wasn't tagging that ass, then why did you go hire another lawyer? Tyrone, hell, didn't he just work on the T.I. and case with that one girl? That should be enough right there. He was on TV and all that. T.I. and Tiny, ain't they known high celebrities? They do a lot for the community and all this other kind of endeavors. So yeah, he went against them. So that wasn't enough. Yeah, we get into that ass. You getting pressured. You nervous. Yeah, you real nervous. So Let's get into what Black T Blog had to say about this.
And this lawsuit. Well, after they did get the response from Judge Bernstein, it does seem that Tyrone Blackburn was demoted to second attorney, and she now has a notice of appearance that was filed a couple hours ago by the court saying that Stephen and Gordon is her new representation. Now, Tyrone is still on the case, however, he is the second chair, and I found it quite interesting.
Look at that, y'all. Look at that beautiful face our queen got. Don't you look beautiful, y'all? We know that's our queen.
Interesting that this new attorney, Steve Gordon, used to be an associate for Nicki Minaj's lawyer, Judd Bernstein, for only 4 months. So I don't know if he was let go or decided to leave, but to make matters more interesting.
Yeah, he was let go. He didn't just decide to up. Well, maybe, I don't know. I'm going to say allegedly. Because we see the paperwork on Mr. Judd. We see his resume and all the people that he worked for. And from his defamation, or when he was filing the paperwork, we see the where he's going, where he's trying to go in this lawsuit. He presented us with the paperwork. So she went over there, or Tyrone went over there and was snooping. How did they get Stephen Gordon as a lawyer, knowing damn well that he used to work or still work? Because as Black T Blog going to show us that when you go to his website, his name is still on the news head as he still works for Mr. Judd's law firm. So yeah.
He's only been an associate at his current law firm for 2 months. So from his LinkedIn, you can see that he doesn't seem to be super experienced when it comes to winning cases. However, he has a lot of education and a lot of background. With that being said, one of the reasons I feel that they went with Stephen and Gordon is because of his association and relationship with Judd Bernstein. When you are an associate, you are legally not a partner of the firm. Although you can be a partner, you're hired by the attorney and you're literally working under the attorney to basically hope that you do get partnership. Now, he was only with Judd Bernstein for 4 months. However, that does not mean that he did not understand and also study Mr. Bernstein and the way that Mr. Bernstein argues the law. My understanding of them hiring him is to understand how Mr. Bernstein is going to move in regards of this lawsuit. Not only would Gordon know some of the things that Mr. Bernstein would argue, but he also has inside knowledge of how that law firm works, and he does have some inside knowledge that could be beneficial for Jennifer's case. With that being said, we also run into conflict of interest. Now, I know a lot of people want to say that this could be conflict of interest, but it's technically not, and it technically is. This is what we call a law ethical dilemma. For example, when you become a lawyer or a licensed professional, you have a duty to the place that you work, you have a duty to the client, and you also have a duty to the profession. Because Mr. Gordon is no longer an associate of Bernstein, technically he can represent Miss Jennifer Huff. However, he is not able to use privileged information to the benefit of Miss Huff against Mr. Bernstein. And I do believe that Mr. Bernstein will argue this when they go in the judge's chamber. chambers. However, because he's representing her and he used to work there, that is not a conflict of interest, and it would only be a conflict of interest if he was still employed. Now, what's very interesting about this as well is that Steve Gordon's name is still on Mr. Bernstein's website. So I'm wondering what happened here. This new lawyer hasn't really had a job over 1 year and 5 months. I actually went through his LinkedIn, and he is a hop around lawyer, allegedly, and I just, I'm hoping that if we are going to get down to the bottom of this, that we are actually going to focus on the law. Do I anticipate
for him to have all his educational background and stuff like that, he must not really be a good lawyer, or whatever he's doing inside these law firms is not working, because for him to be a lawyer, and and he's practicing out of New York City, so he's been hopping around trying to find that right fit for him, and it's not working, because like you can see, he's been hopping around, and like you said, he hasn't had a steady job over a year. He just been hopping from law firm to law firm, and so he don't have that stamina to open his own practice. So that's why I was saying earlier, you can be educated as a lawyer and you still can have some stumbling blocks, some fumbles. So,
this is going to make a difference? Absolutely not. I do think that Nicki Minaj will still prevail. However, it doesn't mean that Jennifer Huff is not going to stop doing interviews. What you guys have to realize is that even if she loses...
Yeah, talking about interviews, Jennifer Huff, for her to be a victim and say she was traumatized and people was harassing her and she had to move here, move there. It was a few blogs that said it, but I heard it from, so I'm going to say allegedly. That Jennifer Huff was talking to a blogger. I believe it was Black Tea Blog. And or she was talking to someone, or she was on live, and she was talking about how she wanted to kiss Papa Bear on his cheek or something. He got those little pudgy cheeks, and he like a big old teddy bear, and she wanted to squeeze and hold him tight or something like that. And people was like, "What the fuck going on, girl?" And now, why you being messy and stuff like that? So she said, "Well, I do want to kiss him on his little pudgy cheeks. He do got the little kissable cheeks," which he does. But come out of your mouth, you don't get to say that shit, bitch. You don't get to say that shit. Because so if we go say, how did you like it when he did that to you? That would be wrong. And so while you trying to say that you would kiss him on Papa Bear on his cheek, you was trying to make them rounds so Miss Nicki Minaj will hear you, so she can come for you and say something, and then you can go run your ass over to the judge or to your lawyer and say, "Look, I told you she'd be harassing me. Look what she just did. Look what she did." So you had a failed attempt of trying to comfort our queen, our nephew. Yeah, our queen, her son, my nephew. You had a failed attempt to try to get her to come for you to say something. Because you know what? By coming for someone's child, you get your ass whipped. So you thought by coming for Papa Bear and saying that you was going to kiss him on his cheek, it was going to make Nicki Minaj say something. Girl, you was dumber than you look. But anyways, let me get up out of here, because I'm getting mad. Yes, I am. Because I'm a barb. I'm entitled to my opinion. Because how dare someone will sit there and say they've been traumatized and all this, and they've been harassed, and for you to sit up there and say, "I want to kiss Papa Bear on his cheek." Yeah, you a messy ass bitch. You know exactly what you was doing, but it didn't work. And now you trying to you hired you another lawyer. because you know Tyrone been on all the blog pages and trying to show his face and his ass. So your tactics that you going is not working, baby. So anyways, let me get up out of here. This is your girl, Queen 318 Red, Real Educated Diva, House of Queens TV. So like this video, hit that notification bell button, and subscribe to my channel. Support this black owned business. Yes, it is a black owned business. Y'all are my queens, and I have my kings too. But this is a family over here. This is the Queen's house, House of Queens TV. So go ahead over to Black Black Tea Blog is where I got this video from. So go over there and support her as well. So Barb's, you know what we gotta do. Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir. We gotta keep that pressure on that girl's neck. Cause this is hashtag the petties win. Hashtag the petties win. That's when I'm gonna start a new hashtag. It's called the petties win. Y'all hear me? We gonna start that new hashtag. The petties win. So, anyways, bye, you guys. Love you and stay blessed.